All right, let's dive in. We're talking about the creator economy today. It's basically a modern-day gold rush, and we're going to break down a business model that's designed to help you get a piece of that action.
So let's just start with the big, jaw-dropping number. The creator economy is on track to be a $500 billion industry by 2027. I mean, that is a massive market, and it's growing at an absolutely breakneck speed.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. When you see a number that huge, you probably think, okay, I need to be a famous YouTuber or a TikTok star to even get close to that. But what if you didn't? What if there was another way in? A way to tap into this boom without ever having to build your own audience or even show your face online?
And that brings us to the core problem this whole thing is built around, the creator's dilemma. You've got millions of talented people out there who are amazing at building communities and earning trust, but when it comes to turning that into a reliable income, they're lost. There's this huge gap between having fans and actually running a sustainable business.
Okay, so you see this massive opportunity, and you want to jump in, right? But according to the source material we're looking at, most of the popular ways to do that are actually what they call a beginner's trap. Let's take a look at why that is. So take a look at this chart. You've got the usual suspects, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, you name it. But check out the reality for a beginner. Dropshipping, you need thousands in capital just to start. Affiliate marketing, same thing. Plus, both can take months before you even see your first dollar. And high-ticket sales? Sure, the payout's big, but you'd better be a world-class salesperson. These paths are just really tough if you're just starting out.
So if those are the traps, what does the dream scenario look like? Well, this slide pretty much lays it out. You'd want high payouts per project, right? And practically zero startup costs. You'd want to get paid fast, like within a month. And you wouldn't want to spend years learning a complex skill. Oh, and it needs to be scalable, so you're not just trading your time for money. That's a pretty demanding wish list, isn't it? But it perfectly sets the stage for the solution being proposed.
So, what is this solution? The source material introduces a new kind of role. They call it the growth marketer.
And what exactly is a growth marketer? Well, think of them as a specialist who partners up with a creator. Their job is to build and launch a digital product, like an online course or an ebook, specifically for that creator's audience. And in return, they get a cut of the profits. You're basically the creator's monetization partner, the business brain to their creative talent. And this quote from the source, Iman Gadzhi, just nails the appeal. The whole idea is to leverage the audience and the trust that somebody else has already spent years building. You don't have to start from scratch. You bring the business strategy, and they bring the community. It's a massive shortcut.
And here's why it's pitched as this perfect win-win situation. For the creator, they get a brand new revenue stream without having to deal with the headache of building a product. And for you, the growth marketer, you get to earn an income from a pre-built, trusting audience. It's a truly symbiotic relationship.
Okay, so we've covered the what. Now let's get into the how. The source material lays out a very specific three-step system that leans heavily on one particular technology to make it all work.
And here it is, the secret weapon that supposedly makes all this possible, even for a total beginner, specialized AI. And we're not just talking about general tools like ChatGPT. We're talking about specific software platforms that are designed to do this exact process. The whole argument is that these tools do the heavy lifting that used to require years of expertise.
So it all boils down to this super simple three-step framework. Step 1, you find the right creator to partner with. Step 2, you build a digital product for them using AI. And Step 3, you launch it to their audience, again using AI. Find, build, launch. That's it, a clear, repeatable process.
Let's dig into that first step, find. Now the strategy here isn't to just spam creators with a generic, hey, let's work together message. No way. The key is to lead with overwhelming value. You actually use an AI tool to create a super detailed monetization game plan for that creator before you even ask for anything.
And this isn't some vague two-page pitch. The game plan is a full-blown strategy document. It audits their profile. It analyzes what their audience actually wants to buy. It gives them specific product ideas, and it even projects how much money they could make. You're not asking for a job. You're literally showing them a detailed roadmap to money they're leaving on the table.
Okay, so they love the plan, they're on board. Now it's time for step 2, build. This is where that specialized AI really shines. The claim is that this tool can sift through all of the creators' past content, all their videos, their posts, their stories, and automatically structure it into a finished digital product. A process that could take a human months is supposedly done in a tiny fraction of the time.
And finally, step 3, launch. Your job is not to get on camera or write sales copy. The AI generates a complete 14-day launch script, usually for something like Instagram stories. The creator's only job is to post the content that the AI scripted for them. Your job is just to provide the playbook and track the sales. The creator is the face, you're the strategist in the background.
So, what's the bottom line? What could this actually look like in your bank account? Well, according to the source, a pretty typical 30% revenue share from just one launch with a micro creator, that's someone with like 10,000 to 100,000 followers, could net the growth marketer anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000.
And if you're wondering if you've missed the boat, this slide really puts things into perspective. Just look at the growth on a single platform for digital products. The first $1 billion in creator earnings took 4 years to hit. The next billion, just 6 months. And the billion after that, only 4.5 months. This market isn't just growing, it's accelerating like a rocket ship.
So, all of this leaves us with one big question. Is a system like this AI-powered model, the actual future of digital entrepreneurship, open to almost anyone? Or is it just a fancy new toolbox that, at the end of the day, still needs a master craftsman to get real results? The answer to that, well, that might just shape the next wave of success in this creator gold rush. Thanks for tuning in.